Today it's pretty windy out. Probably got 40-mile-an-hour winds up here, and no deer to start with. Last night when I come in, I left at about 5 o'clock Central Time Zone. I get back in, my phone goes off at 6:30. I got a deer in on the bait, and they're eating, whatever. Then at 1:30 at night, had either looked like maybe a 6-point on camera, middle of the night. Last night was obviously a new moon or a full moon. Moon was giant. It was super bright out. Same thing this morning. Obviously, these deer potentially either run at night up here, or are they moving at night because of the wolf population? Iron County has got the most wolves in the Upper Peninsula, and I can't tell you offhand what it is, but there's a lot of wolves up here. I personally have not seen one live, but last year we did see tracks that were cut down at one of the main roads up here when we had snow. My question is obviously a couple of questions. Will we ever get the wolf population taken care of, or will they just decimate the deer to a point where between the wolves and the bears that there's just no deer left in the UP? It's got to be hurting the UP economy, because you get all these people that are coming up, and some people say, yeah, I kill 14 deer, or whatever it is. I kill 2 or 3 deer every year in my place. Well, we're obviously hunting on federal forest. So it's a case of you can't food plot it. You can't get the stuff in there. And we've even got a buddy of ours that hunts from where our tent is at. The way the crow flies, it's less than a mile. And he's got a food plot, puts a food plot in every year. There's 2 other camps right down there, and they're not seeing the deer. I mean, we've got 5 guys in our camp. There's 2 guys in the camp down the road, which they've now have moved because the clear cut kind of screwed them. So it ruined their campsite, which is, that's what happens. And so they've moved to a different road, and there's 3 down at the other camp. Now we'll see these guys all tonight to find out just exactly what they've seen, but we put a lot of time in this woods. Myself, 18 or 20 hours already, or close to it. Producer Zach, same thing. He's sitting not too far away, but reasonably far away from me, and he's been out here. He's seen actually half a deer opening morning. He's seen it, just the tail of it going through. My question is, what's the answer? Or is there an answer? Talked to a good friend of mine, Life in the 906 over in Marquette. They shot 2 bucks this year, an 8-point and a 6-point. And Mike over there is not a real big advocate of shooting does. He's never shot a doe in his life, and Mike is probably 50, close to 50, one way or the other. He said, we just don't have the deer up here, and if you start taking them doe, it's a totally different game. We have a place downstate on the Sunrise side, Shady Acres is what we call it, and we've got an overpopulation of doe down there. We've taken 2 doe off of the property down there this year, and we've shot a couple of bucks down there. We're just looking for some answers. I mean, I've been hunting this area since 1992. We hunted Crystal Falls for a couple of years before that. And when we first come up here, I think the first year I was here, I've seen 35 deer opening day. Now, when I say 35 deer, probably the same deer, just, doing circles, back and forth and around and whatever the case may be. But even at that, that's a fair amount of deer. When I left, the wife says, well, you're not getting a deer up there. I don't even know why you go up there. Well, it's all part of, 1, you're clearing your head. 2, you're meeting with friends and family from years and years and years, and it's kind of a downtime. It's just one of them things that, what do you do to get the new population or the young kids? We're saying this is a dying breed. It definitely is, because when you bring a young kid to the UP, it's kind of like putting him out in right field when he's a little leaguer and say, hey, there's going to be a ball hit over here, you have to catch it. Well, you know darn well that they're not going to catch that ball, or that ball is never going to be hit over there, just because the kids can't do it. like they should, or because they're so darn young. I see it as the state of Michigan needs to make some changes. Just really don't know what the answer is to get the population back up. Just some food for thoughts. I mean, just my opinion. Everyone's got their own opinion. Send me in what you think. How do we justify it? People say the 3 S's: shoot, shovel, and shut up. And I've heard that people have shot them in the leg or whatever, and that's not something I would ever do or ever even consider. I think there's a better way of doing things. I just think that we need to get a better handle on what's going on. I can't make it change, but I'll tell you what, if you got a great idea, we'll put it on the podcast. We got a podcast every Tuesday night, and we'll throw it out there on the podcast and at least bang some ideas back and forth. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to quit rambling. This may not even make it off the production floor, but I figured since I'm sitting out here, I might as well do a video. So long, see you later, have a good one, good hunt, and enjoy your time out in the woods. Don't forget, Charley the Plumber, one of the few things in life you get for free, even on the internet. See ya!